Right. Okay. Well, as I said, we'll start with Arsenal then. Shall we? Let's start with Arsenal because Alexander Zinchenko this week decided to do a tell-all, didn't he, in his new book, Believe, stolen it from Robbie. Is he copyrighted it? What's going on here?
Is that a title of the book?
Yeah, Believe, bro.
The title is. Believe. And also, he has missed a trick there because he should be on the front like that.
Yeah.
Come on. You are at home to Nottingham Forest. This is a big one in terms of your top 4 battle, isn't it? But just back to the Zinchenko book. He's made quite a few quotes. He's made headlines this week talking about kind of the dark arts, hasn't he? What goes on with Mikel Arteta. He said, I've seen him, referring to Arteta, tell injured players to come on the team bus, walk into the dressing room with their wash bag to put the other managers off the scent.
I rate that.
Well, do you rate it? Because he is still a player at your club.
I don't rate that he told the world.
Well, that's where we're at with it.
That Arteta does that, but I don't rate that he's kind of out in the dark arts to the whole world. I think that's quite naive. I mean, I think Ramsdale did it as well, and Arteta didn't like that and just being a bit too open. But listen, it's a book. I don't know. Does it it gets headlines because we're reading it on this show, and he might want to sell copies. So. Here we are.
How do you feel about that?
It was a bit early in his career as well, like 26, you're bringing out an autobiography. I was thinking, finish your career maybe first.
Maybe it's done.
Oh, nah.
Seen him get cooked quite a few times. So.
To be fair, him saying that about Arteta, I feel like Arteta must be thinking, you're not playing for me again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Lewis Skelly, everyone's playing in front of him. So I think the fans will probably feel like his time's up anyway, but... Yeah, he told a bit too much in that book, I think.
A little bit too much. There were some other things that, were in the book that we heard about the dark arts. One of them was this one time he played You Never Walk Alone in training before you played Liverpool at Anfield. He said it would be the perfect way to prepare for our first win there since 2012. But sadly, you went on to lose 4-0 and still haven't won there since 2012. But I'm sure the Liverpool team heard the speakers and were really frightened by it. Did you like that quote that came out? No? No, okay,
comment.
I've got some more for you if you want. I've got some more. Okay, Arteta told us that he comes out of his technical area to waste time so we can win the game. Sadly, it hasn't worked yet though, but it does help waste 17 seconds of time. Want some more? Remember when you went and adopted the dog called Win? Yeah.
You've adopted a few dogs, haven't you?
Sadly, they had to change his name as well.
What's his name?
Second place. That's what they've changed it to.
To.
Yeah, just to let you know, guys, these aren't real quotes. These are ones that we made up.
People must be in the comments going crazy.
People are like,
right
what?
now.
I need to go get this book. Yeah, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Last time out, you did have that 1-1 draw against Chelsea. Was a better performance, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think. Listen, we didn't lose. I think that's the first thing I'm going to say. there was a moment I was kind of before the game saying, if we lose this, we're completely out of the title race. And some people say we already are, but I was holding on to what happened in that game. We drew. I think we saw a better performance from Arsenal of what we've seen of late. Odegaard being back has helped that, but we didn't win. So I don't know. Going into this game, I said it on the preview. The preview does come out on AFTV very soon, so make sure you look out for that. But this is a massive game for Arsenal. It's Nottingham Forest at home, and normally Nottingham Forest games aren't that big. I mean, I remember we lost them at their place towards the end of the season. It kept them up, and they were all singing, but it didn't really matter to us.
You're on the same points.
We lost. Yeah, I know. We're the same with when we played Chelsea. It was literally 3rd and 4th or 4th and 3rd. But yeah, it's a big game. Nottingham Forest in good form. Arsenal. Listen, as a fan base, I speak to all the fans regularly. The mood right now is very much, we got to start, coming off the back of this international break, we have to start fast. We have to start well. We have to see an improved performance. We've got to see something that Arsenal fans can buy into and believe that we can go on a run and stay in this title race. Is that going to happen? Let's see Saturday. So.
Okay, so obviously you've been quite vocal in the last...
Have I?
Yeah, you are quite vocal. You're quite a vocal guy.
Have you seen this channel?
You're quite a
Big up Curtis Shaw
quite a vocal
TV.
guy. But you've been vocal about the fact that Mikel Arteta, you've basically said that Mikel Arteta are out.
If he doesn't win a trophy this season.
Yeah, I've seen you get vexed
maybe
enough and say things like that.
Yeah.
So do you feel like, okay, I'm Arteta out, or I am Arteta out? Like, you're going to need to put some chest on those claims.
All right, I'm in a situation now where if he doesn't achieve something big this season, he's got to go.
This season, or not silverware out of all the 4, or just has to be
I don't know if a Carabao Cup's enough without a title challenge as well, because at the moment, people are saying, I don't think we're in the title race at the moment. Like, we're 9 points behind. We've got to actually claw our way back into it first, and I feel like we've gone backwards this season. That's the frustrating thing. You've put us so close for 2 years, and then Man City have had that drop-off that we've been waiting for, and we're not even the team that's capitalising. Liverpool have just gone past us. And listen, a lot can change. It is still early in the season, but I think what we're seeing this season is disappointing. And then Edu leaving, the transfer window was disappointing. Just there seems to be a lot going on behind the scenes. It feels like it's more than just the team aren't playing well and we've been injury prone and whatever. So, yeah, man, the Forest game it's a massive game.
It's huge.
Absolutely. And
Honestly,
every game feels like that
is.
now. And I think Forest will have a go at us, man. This
Yeah.
Curtis Shaw Derby, they call this. You know, not
Oh,
the
right,
Forest.
there you go.
I know a
I
few
was gonna
coaches
say,
there.
yeah,
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So they'll come here and have a go, man. Gibbs White, Hudson Odoi, Chris Wood and them. Langer.
Rise.
Nuno, your former gaffer,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Rise, all of them, Morgan Gibbs White, Rise.
It's a tough game.
It is. It's a big game. It's I don't know. Like, and I think people might think, "Come on, chill out." It's not as far.
What do you think about Arteta? I want to know your
Yeah,
opinion on
I
his
would like
future.
you to also
There's a
have...
super chat from Clara.
Yeah, we'll get to this.
Spot on
We'll
about
get
this.
to the super chats, but firstly, I want to know about you, Seth, because I feel like you are a little bit of a fence sitter
Oh,
sometimes.
yeah. Splinter.
I'm a presenter. I'm a presenter. I'm a presenter.
So am I, but we can all have our opinions, can't we?
Yeah. You're not presenting today, so what's your opinion?
No, I like Mikel Arteta. I think obviously what you mentioned, because I've seen your streams. Of course, I watch you as well, and sometimes I think it is a bit hyperbolic, but it's also entertainment as well at times. But what you said there, if he doesn't achieve something, I'm not going to say major. If he achieves for me silverware this season and a title challenge, I'm all right with that. If we do, it's all obviously context towards the end of the season. But for me, yeah, like I said, any silverware, whether it's the league card.
What if there's no silverware and no title? Let's
What
say
if
we
it's
finish
just-
second or third and don't win anything.
Hold on, what if you just finished top 4?
Yeah, what if we just get top 4? Where are you at?
Then for me,
Will Mikel
I
Arteta
hate-
have taken
I-
you as far as he can take you if you just finish in the top 4?
personally, and I've said I think he's a genius of a manager. He's done so well to revitalise this Arsenal side. But yeah, I think that'll be the furthest he can take us. Only because the reason why I say this, he said about a process. He said about a 5-year plan. This is his 5th year. So for me, you have to have. And he says it. End of last season was at the game. Oh, it got on the pitch. I don't expect you guys to be happy.
Yeah,
There's not
he said
success.
it.
He said it. He understands what this club needs, where it needs to be, and the pressure he's under. So for me, if he doesn't end up with silverware this season, then yeah, I think this is the furthest he can take us. I just don't like the buzzwords of Arteta. I'm not going to be there with the banners at the front of the queue.
You will.
No, I
No,
don't
I
need
won't.
banners.
I won't be. I will be, but I will facilitate the conversation. I'll always play the other side because I think it's only right, and I'll remind fans of where this club has come from under Mikel Arteta. However, in my personal opinion, I won't be happy if we don't see silverware at the end of the season because it's what this club needs, and the players know this, and so does he. So that's where I'm at. But again, I'm not going to take away from what he's done, and I'm not screaming it right now. There's a very loud Arteta out crew.
But it's
right
usually
now.
the ones that are screaming for a manager to be sacked are usually a small minority that are on Twitter or comment on fan cams. Like it's an emotional reaction straight after the game.
And also they have an opinion about him before he starts, and sometimes want to hold on to that and be proven
I
right.
feel like, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but just an outsider looking in, I feel like in terms of the perception of Mikel Arteta, I feel like in the last kind of 2 years or so, there's been not even a slight inkling of an Arteta out situation. But this is the first time that Mikel Arteta has probably faced some adversity.
Yeah.
And then obviously the fan base is turning. I would also argue that, and this is not me defending Arsenal by any stretch or Arteta, but I do feel like the business that you did in the summer, there was quite a lot of shortcomings. When I have a look, okay, Calafiori's a good signing, but apart from that, Mikel Merino, jury's still out. It was blatantly obvious that you needed to go and get yourself a number 9, or even someone that can play on the left, but maybe was an upgrade to Martinelli or Trossard. Maybe someone that could rival Saka, and I feel like that's the area that you've actually been let down. Is that on Mikel Arteta or is that on the board?
I think we'll wait and find out. I think the truth will come out with that because the only thing is he's had so much faith in Havertz. I've never got the impression that he's wanted to buy a striker, really. I know we were linked with Sesko, but then Sesko's agent said
You were linked with
they
Gyökeres
wanted
all
him
summer.
as a...
You looked at Tony.
Were we really in for Gyökeres? I'm not sure we were. And Tony, they put out some PR.
On Transfer Daily, what Rob put out.
Yeah, well...
We'll be linked to the whole world.
Rob lynches everyone.
We're still trying to get Benzema on his show, you know what I mean? But Higuain and them, man. But no, for me, I think the pressure's ramped up on Arteta this year because
100%.
people feel like you've had the
This
money,
is your
you've
moment.
had the time.
He's had the
City have
backing.
had that drop off. Rodri's injured. It's like this is the moment for you. And if you don't take it, how long do you continue finishing second, finishing fourth? There has to be a time where you say, maybe...
External factors as well, Slot coming in, currently being top, and that
throws
a load of pressure on Arteta. Like, how have you not got it over the line? I don't agree with the window thing though. But
you think it was a strong enough window?
Not strong.
For a team to then capitalise on challenging for the title. You wouldn't hit there or thereabouts. You think that was enough in the window to just get Mikel Merino?
We have to be careful how
I forget about Sterling.
Sterling, yeah, he's there. We have to be careful how we word it. For me, the striker situation was a big miss.
Cover for Odegaard, selling Emile Smith-Rowe.
Selling Emile Smith-Rowe, he couldn't really see out on 90 minutes. Granted, he's doing well at Fulham, but he couldn't see on 90 minutes. He wasn't at the level at the time. He's a good player. He's doing well for Fulham right now. If Manieri, in my opinion, can actually step in, just Arteta, for some reason, doesn't seem to trust him. The main thing was the striker situation. Going forward, that's where we missed the trick. And every fan was screaming, we need a striker. Not even from this window, from windows before. So that's the only thing I say this week. Everything else, we missed out on the title by 2 points last season. It didn't need that much, for me, and that many additions to get us over the line. However, injuries, suspensions, we're kind of seeing, and obviously the lack of goals from a striker. That's the only way I think the window was let down. We didn't bring in a strong enough attacker, but I think he's covered base in many places. We started the season well due to, I think, the cover we had in defence from the signings he's made. So I'm not super this way, and I'm not super that way when it comes to the window. But
I thought the window was a shocker for me.
Yes, I thought your window.
I thought we spent 100 million on 3 players, and none of them getting our strongest 11. In my opinion,
Mikel Merino doesn't get in the strongest.
No.
I don't think.
I think Partey, Rice, Odegaard's better.
Wow. I agree.
Maybe
I think Calafiore was a good signing.
But we weren't desperate. If you're going to spend the majority of your budget on a left back / centre back when you need a striker, then I think you've spent it on the wrong thing. You should have got the priority first. Then if there's money left, we'll get that.
We definitely need a striker, but also our wingers aren't flourishing. Saka's not scored as many goals as he did in the previous season. Martinelli right now.
The left for me was a glaring obvious error.
Yeah, that is something we need to.
If you weren't going to go and get a striker,
had to address that left wing, and then Havertz for me. I've had an opinion from early, but here we are.
I like putting pressure on him. That's why I'm glad you're presenting today.
Okay.
No, when we was on tour,
I know your opinion. You know what I mean?
He's done all right, but I've had an opinion on Havertz.
Interesting. I'm seeing a bit of flip flopping going on. Basically.
No, we can't do that.
In this room, I expect it.
No, we can't. I didn't flip flop on that. I had an opinion, but I also commend when he's doing well. But I still had a strong opinion about Havertz. I was a striker. I've watched strikers. To me, he was. But anyway, he was never a striker. He's done well. Arteta's done well what he's got out of him, but it's not enough.